We're at the home of everything Frederick. It's 401 North Market Street in downtown. I'm with Caressa Peterson. We are talking doing good.
We are talking about the Do-Gooder Awards.
Do-Gooder Awards.
Yeah, it's our 10th anniversary.
It's
Can
amazing.
you believe it's been that long?
No.
It's insane.
It is insane.
Yeah, I mean, I think about it. I'm like, God, I go back through all the nominees that we've had, and I think I looked it up, and we've had, after this year, 160 nominees that we have
awesome.
honored, and shared their stories at our events through the past 10 years. And I think 84 of them actually were recipients. And we've given out, well, can't count this year yet, but we've given out almost 60,000, I think it is, in donations to nonprofits.
Phenomenal work.
I mean, just our little old event. I know there are other events out there that give way bigger, payouts and whatnot, but our little event that's a night of inspiration, we've given out a good bit of money, and I'm pretty proud of that. So it's awesome.
So the way the Do-Gooders works is people nominate people to receive a do-gooder amongst a bunch of different categories.
Yes.
And then there's a beautiful night where all of these people gather together with their friends and family and the public to really honor them. And it is an inspirational evening.
Yeah, it is. You can't leave there with a dry eye sometimes. I mean, they're literally some of the stories of these unsung heroes that we're uncovering are pretty phenomenal. People in our community who are helping individuals, helping organizations, just doing good and, doing great things in Frederick County. It's really remarkable that we have so many amazing, good-hearted souls.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's not amazing. Frederick's a pretty cool town.
Yeah.
We definitely catered to that, I think, in Frederick. And there's a lot of people, there's a lot of nonprofits, there's a lot of people who care about, the people in our community. And I think it's, just a good testament to the people who we attract to Frederick County. I believe.
And what I love about it is, and we talk about this all the time, it's infectious, right?
Yes.
And I love that there are always people that I have never heard of.
I know, me
too.
So
that
you and I are natives, and we should know these people, right?
Yeah, but there are a lot of people every year who are doing the quiet work, and that's what I love. It's not people who are typically, and most of those people, if you talk to them, don't want the recognition. They're really against actually being highlighted. A lot of people say, well, it's not about me, it's about what I'm doing. And that's what I love, because those people do need a little bit of accolade, because we need to let them know we appreciate everything they do.
Look, you know what? I mean, and that's honestly, you hit the nail on the head. One of the big reasons why I started the Do-Gooder Awards to begin with is because, productivity increases when you give a pat on the back to someone and tell them they're doing a good job, but it also puts their causes out in the limelight too, where, that way people that maybe didn't even know about some of these nonprofits now know about them, and they can put them on their radar to potentially support their events or help them with financial gain. And, there's so many different amazing nonprofits in our community, and they all need support right now. I wish we could support more, but, we support 2 beneficiaries with every event we do. And this year we have Andrea's House, which supports women who are going through substance abuse and helping them with their, the needs that they have for housing and, supplies and things for them and their children. And then we have Pulling for Veterans, which Nick does an amazing job of raising awareness for PTSD and, the folks who are dealing with that. And, and so it's just, just a really great feel-good night. And giving a pat on the back to someone helps from a mental health perspective. And that's really the where everything stems, with the Do-Gooder Awards. Statistical, scientific information on this, that giving back and putting the focus on others actually comes back to you in many ways, tenfold. And, it's that helper's high thing, people have talked about that in the past, and you're like, what does that mean, And it's basically that when you're giving back and doing good in the community, that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And so it really boosts you as an individual and boosts your mental health, and it boosts your mood.
Yeah.
And it helps you to want to do better and do good even more, you know? And so that's the whole chain reaction that we're trying to create here with the Do-Gooder Awards. We want people to be inspired when they're there. We want them to, you know, feel like, oh my God, I'm not doing enough. I need to get out and do something in the community. You know, that's really what it's about.
And it shows that one person can make a difference, and it doesn't take a 40-hour-a-week volunteering to do it. A lot of these people work in different organizations full time. They find the time they have, and they find the things that work within their restrictive capabilities. Sometimes it's, you know, volunteering a little bit on site, but a lot of it maybe behind the scenes and just trying to help other ways.
Yeah, so absolutely.
That's the biggest thing.
And I think the great thing too is that it doesn't matter, you know, what age you are.
Right.
I mean, our categories, we have a youth category, we have an education category for our teachers and educators out there. We have one for the military, for people who, you know, were in some sort of military organization perhaps, and are now doing, you know, other things in the community, but also people who are civilians that are supporting the military community.
Right.
They can be nominated in that category. We have a public service category, so that could be your, you know, your firefighters, your police officers, or anybody doing any kind of public service type work. The business category supports, you know, someone who is doing things within or surrounding, you know, within a business, and, you know, just going over the top and beyond. And then unsung heroes, so there's the ones who don't want the accolades or have never had
really
the accolades, but literally they're doing amazing things. And then of course we have our second chance do-gooder, which actually was a category that was added because of my son and others like him, you know, where they're really trying to pick up the pieces of their life and turn it around and get a second chance. So that's an amazing category for those folks. And then we have our all-star category, which is for people who do so many different things. Like they're doing good like everywhere. And then the nonprofit category is for some individuals who just are so over the top with what they've done for nonprofits in our organization or in our community rather, that, you know, just they have to be recognized because it's like, oh my God, they took this little thing and went to this degree, you know, with this nonprofit. So, and those are the 9 categories that we have. And this year is our largest year of nominees. We have 16 nominees that we're going to be honoring on October 9th at the event. And that's going to be held at the Arc. And it's everything starts around 6 p.m. and runs to roughly about 9:45. You know, we're pretty excited about that. And, you know, we've got, we're looking for corporate sponsors. If people are interested, you know, businesses that want to sponsor, we'd love to have more support in that area, because all of the proceeds come from the sponsorships and the people who attend. And all of that money is split between the 2 nonprofits that we have as beneficiaries.
Yeah,
so
that's amazing.
You know, any proceeds that come in obviously are going to support those orgs. So going to be some really exciting extra things that we'll have at the event this year, since it is sort of a benchmark, you know, 10-year anniversary. So
I love it.
Pretty excited. And you can go to dogooderAwards.com and just be on the lookout for that, and follow our social media, and you'll get more information there as well.
We'll make sure all of that is on screen for our viewers. We saw the release of all the nominees this year. Really incredible list, as always.
Oh, and I do want to mention we have a keynote speaker, and that is Tanya Hadassi-Steer.
Okay.
She is currently the executive director of Second Chances Garage. So speaking of second chances, she's giving second chances to a lot of folks who don't have a vehicle, need transportation, really great organization. And Tanya is just a veteran herself with nonprofit organizations in this town. And I think she was our 2021 nonprofit, the very first one, do-gooder recipient.
Oh, wow.
So that's when
really
we added
cool.
that category. Tanya actually was the very first recipient of that. So we're looking forward to her message of doing good and inspiration that she's going to share that night too.
That's awesome. All right, grab your tickets now. They will sell out, I tell you, every year. It sells out pretty quickly. So we'll make sure the link is on the screen for you. That's really good. Congratulations, 10 years.
Yes, 10 years, 10 years. I know.
That's
crazy,
awesome.
right?
All right.
Time flies when you're having fun and doing good.
Doing good. That's right. All right. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.